Okay. So let's talk about tape versus disk, and why disk is favored over tape. As I said earlier, tape is a 20-year-old plus technology, and the reality is that it comes with many shortcomings. It has done us well for many years when there was nothing else available, but it does have many, many shortcomings. So what we want to try to do here is outline the advantages and disadvantages of tape technology over disk-based technology. Well, no one would argue that tape is favored for portability, right? Many of the smaller businesses out there today usually employ the services of a trusted employee to shuffle the tapes, to shuttle the tapes off-site for safekeeping or into a fireproof box or other off-site location like a home or other place. Larger companies sometimes hire a company for this. And in fact, one of the disadvantages to disk is the lack of portability, right? The last thing you want to do is drop a hard drive on the concrete pavement. Hard drives, as you all know, are not known for their shock-resistant characteristics. So yeah, tape does have one advantage in terms of portability, right? We can pop them out and stick them in our purse. But as you see here on the slide, there aren't many other advantages to tape. And in terms of the most important feature, which is reliability, disk is going to be far superior due to the fact that we can have multiple disks or arrays, as we call them, to protect against a failure. Lifespan is another key factor here. Some of you may not know this, but tapes do have a limited lifespan. So you might want to think about when the last time you replaced your tapes was. They do need to be replaced. Just think about that old 8-track tape or VCR cassette, right? After your kids watch Barney or a Disney movie, 50 and 100 times, the quality of the picture clearly deteriorates. Why is that? It's the same technology that's used in tape backup. And of course, speed is a key factor as well. So in terms of speed, tape versus disk, it's sort of like comparing a turtle to a rabbit. It's not even in the same realm. Disk is going to be a lot faster. So we're not going to go into all these, but here again, we see that disk offers clear advantages over tape. So okay, now we've gone through all this, and we know that tape is just, it's going to be obsolete. It's not the best option for us anymore. So the question becomes, what exactly or how exactly do you put together a rock-solid system for backup and disaster recovery of our data? So let's look at the components of what an ironclad solution looks like. First off, your tape backup probably kicks off once per night. And one of the problems with that is, what if someone deletes something or a folder containing lots of files at 12 noon? So you certainly can't go back to the tape that ran at 1 a.m. the previous morning to get that data back. So the frequency of the backup should certainly be more than every 24 hours. Second, we need to take that set it and forget it mentality of tape backup software off the table for good. The operation of maintaining the backups is too important to leave to mechanics and software alone. Your backup system's health should be monitored every single day, all the time, to ensure that the backup processes are indeed working and that the data can, in fact, be restored at a moment's notice. Third, this is a technical concept, so bear with me. The backup should be done at the block level, not at the file level. So for the technical folks on the call, you already know what this means. I won't bother explaining these concepts here, but suffice it to say that the block level backup is far superior and is a more complete method of backing up. Next, the backup is encrypted. This means that in the event that your data backup is stolen, it's completely unusable to the thief. Excuse me. With the proper passwords, without the proper passwords, the data can't even be deciphered. This is becoming more and more important as companies are getting sued lately for leaking customer or patient or personal data by not taking reasonable steps to protect that data. For example, someone in your company takes the tape backup home in their briefcase and then leaves it on a subway platform. 2 weeks later, you find yourself at the wrong end of a lawsuit when it's determined that someone has the names, addresses, and social security numbers of all your clients or patients. failover and bare metal restore. An ironclad backup system is not only going to back up your data, but it's also going to let you fail over to a hot spare, if you will, allowing you to continue running your business very quickly in the event of a failure. And better yet, if your server is completely destroyed or needs hardware repairs, your backup system will let you restore your backup to dissimilar hardware, allowing you to rebuild the server as it originally was in no time at all, with little or no configuration at all. So that means in the event of a catastrophic failure where the server needs to be replaced, you can still run your business while the server is down and then restore to the new server. With tape backup, that's going to be a huge problem. And last, rather than relying on a person to shuttle the tapes back and forth from home or wherever off-site, how about a system that optionally allowed you to send the data off-site to a secure facility for safekeeping without any human intervention at all? So here's the answer. Exigent Technologies recently partnered with a well-known international publicly traded company to offer their backup solution, which is sold exclusively to resellers like Exigent.